Hi, my name is Raquel and I'll be presenting this video tutorial that describes the general usage of CView. Further details about this software can be obtained from a preprint version of the manuscript titled CView, a network-based tool for enhanced alignment visualization, as available on the SourceForge wiki. Once the jar file has been double-clicked, the software will launch, and the first thing that appears is a window containing the top-level menu, as well as a brief overview of the components of the alignment display screen. If this does not happen, check the permissions of the jar file for the operating system in question to make sure that it is executable. To load a faster formatted alignment, the Load Faster option of the All Sequences top menu is used. Of notice, alignments must be in faster format, where gaps are represented by dash. A citable version of the dataset we will use today is described in the use case scenario of the CView manuscript and is available from the Zenodo repository as described in the manuscript. The Load Faster option will launch a pop-up box from which the user can indicate whether the alignment represents nucleotides or amino acids, as well as select the location of the alignment to be loaded. Once the alignment has been loaded, the user can interact with it through the graphical interface. The interface contains 5 general areas. First, the sequence display area. Second, the network display area. Third, the location indicator area. Fourth, the control panel. And fifth, the top menu. The sequence display area displays residues that are currently visible. The yellow numbers along the top indicate the site locations in relation to the overall alignment and corresponds to the yellow location bar. The line of characters directly below these locations indicate the most frequent residue at each site, and below this, the plus symbols indicate sites that have no variation. The sequences themselves are then displayed with the titles placed on the right-hand side. Residues currently in view can be altered using the red arrow buttons on the bottom of the screen. The network display area displays the region of the alignment that is currently represented by the network. The orange numbers along the bottom indicate the site locations in relation to the overall alignment and correspond to the orange location bar. The network itself consists of nodes that contain clustered regions of sequences that span windows anchored along the alignment. The number of windows, as well as their width, can be altered using the sliders located within the control area on the bottom right. The clustering threshold used within each window can also be altered, and combined, these 3 network parameters allow the user to rapidly obtain an intuitive view of the diversity present within the alignment relative to the residues currently within view. Edges connect neighboring nodes where they possess different regions of the same sequence. When the user clicks on an individual node, the path of all the sequences passing through that node are highlighted in red on the network. These sequences are placed on top of the sequences in view with the sequence display area, and the red circle placed beside their title to remind the user that they are passing through the selected node. In addition, the number of sequences passing through the clicked-on node will be displayed with the tip area of the control panel on the bottom right. The locations of the alignment that both the sequence and network display areas are currently showing are indicated by the yellow and orange bars located on the location indicator. The square dots on the location indicator scale are clickable, and when clicked will result in the sequence and network display areas, displaying that region of the alignment. This is effectively a shortcut to using the red directional arrows for navigating through the alignment. Navigation through the alignment is generally achieved by using the red arrow buttons within the control panel area on the bottom right. Within this area, the network and display parameters can be altered using the provided sliders. All parameters can be reset using the Reset to Default buttons at any time. One example of a display parameter is the Con Mask slider that, when used, visually hides residues that are the same as the consensus sequence. This makes it easier to identify non-consensus characters by eye. The network itself can be printed using the Print PNG button located on the left of the control panel. At the top of the control panel, there is a text box area where hint text is placed when the various regions of the sequence and network display areas are clicked on. The final area of the display interface to be mentioned is the top menu. This contains 7 items, the first 4 of which contain the methods that can be applied to dissect and extract information from the loaded alignment. For example, to obtain a matrix of Hamming distances between all pairs of sequences, the Hamming distances option of the All Sequences menus can be used. This will open a pop-up window where the user can enter the coordinates of the region of the alignment for which they want the distances to be calculated, as well as specify the output file where the matrix will be placed. This will produce a text file containing a matrix of tab-delimited Hamming distances between each pair of sequences, as you can see now. The top-level menu option, Title Search, allows the various methods available to be applied to sequences that match a user search criteria, exemplifying a specific year, location, or subtype. For example, for the test data, a Hamming distance matrix can be generated from sequences whose titles contain a specific year, using the Hamming distance option of the Title Search menu. Here, a pop-up window opens that is similar to the previous example, but this time there's a text box where the user can enter the search terms to be used. Once again, we have a text file containing Hamming distances, but this time only sequences containing the search term are used are present. As you can see now. The Node Path Top Level menu option applies methods to sequences passing through a clicked-on node. That is, those with a red dot next to their titles, whilst the User Group Top Level option applies methods to sequences specified by the user. Each method available within the User Group menu allows the user to specify a text file containing a list of titles that must match the sequence titles that they want to include. previous 3 menu items contain a title export option to help obtain such a list if the user wishes to avoid typing each manually. A description on individual methods implemented within the first 4 top-level menu items is available under the Help menu, as is a graphical description of the user interface. The final 2 top-level menu options are Plugins and About. Plugins developed will be placed under the former, whilst the latter contains brief details about the version and authors of the software. Thank you for listening, and I hope you will enjoy the software.